well known that the Lions needed this piece to be able to kind of move forward and contend, because that is what contenders do. And guess what happened throughout the day today?
What?
The Philadelphia Eagles this week got a piece. The 49ers got a piece. The Seattle Seahawks got a piece. And the AFC, the Buffalo Bills went and got a piece, who are a team that's looking to take a step and contend this year. There are teams in the NFC. When you look at the top 5 teams in the NFC, Broder, what do you think of? I think of the 49ers. I think of the Seahawks. I think of the Eagles. And I think of the Detroit Lions. And then you can add in the Cowboys. This is a problem I think that we had going into today. Is you had to make a move to bring in a defensive end, because worst case scenario that happens, one of these other teams were going to get them. And guess what happened? Worst case scenario happened. The 49ers went out and got Chase Young. The Eagles went and got a huge secondary piece. The Seahawks went and got Leonard Williams. And guess what? Guess who's in the NFC North? And I know they're not contenders, but guess who went and got Montez Sweat?
The Bears.
The team that we all hate, the Chicago Bears. Worst case scenario, in my opinion, Broder, and to me it comes down to this. Was Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, were they so confident? Where are they at in their timeline? That's how I looked at it. Because they had second and third round picks to give up. Where are they at in their timeline? Were they like, hey, you know what? Maybe this year we can't go get the NFC. Maybe we can't get the Super Bowl. You know what? Hey, we have such a big lead in the North. Maybe we can go get the North. We know that. But were they like, hey, you know what? The NFC isn't in our reach. The Super Bowl wasn't. To me, you make that move, you're right there. If you go get Chase Young and take him away from the 49ers, you're right there with the 49ers. Before it was like this a little bit. You get Chase Young, you're there. And to preface all this before I go to you, Broder, I don't want the people to be like, oh, Booner, like, you're hating on him. You don't think they can win. No, I'm trusting Brad Holmes with this. I'm going to make that very clear. If Brad Holmes has done everything right so far. If he did, I said this a couple at the draft when he picked Jahmyr Gibbs number 12 and he took Jack Campbell, and we all were like, "What are you doing?" A day later, D-Mac told me in the back, "Has he made a bad move yet?" No. All right, I'm gonna trust him. Same thing here. Brad Holmes, you didn't go out and get someone. I trust you that you think that they can win a Super Bowl with their current roster they have, and that's where I'm at with it.